All right, good morning, everyone. My name is JJ Hawley, and I serve as president and CEO of the Woodlands Area Chamber of Commerce. We are proud to partner with the governor's office to have a small business summit today. We appreciate you attending. The Chamber is the largest business organization in the Woodlands region. We have over 1,300 members, and we engage with a lot of different organizations and try to create great relationships so we can do things to get the Woodlands such a great community to live, work, and play in. So thank you all for attending this morning. Now I'm going to introduce our first speaker. Albert Trevino III serves as the Commissioner representing labor for the Texas Workforce Commission. On January 9, 2023, Governor Greg Abbott appointed him to a 3-member commission, and he was confirmed by the Texas Senate on March 15, 2023. Prior to his appointment, Commissioner Trevino of Harlingen served as a retired U.S. Border Patrol agent. Trevino has nearly 33 years of combined law enforcement and Border Patrol experience, with 21 years of service to Local 3307 of the National Border Patrol Council, where he served as Executive Vice President and later as Treasurer. Prior to MBPC, Commissioner Trevino served as a police instructor, background investigator, and patrol officer for the Harlingen Police Department. He is a third-degree Knight of the Knights of Columbus, former board member of the City of Harlingen Tennis Advisory Board, and a former volunteer for Little League Baseball. Trevino received an associate degree in criminal justice from Texas Southmost College. Please help me welcome Commissioner Trevino III to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, JJ, for that introduction. As you said, my name is Alberto Trevino. I am the new Commissioner representing labor. I want to welcome you all today to the Governor's Small Business Summit in the Woodlands. You got a busy and great day ahead of you, so I'll try to keep this brief. My appointment was January of this year when Governor Abbott asked me to become the new commissioner representing labor. The Texas Senate confirmed me in March. So I've been in this position probably just about 6 months, so just starting. And like he said, prior, my experience was in law enforcement. I served over 33 years in local and federal law enforcement, but I also had the opportunity to work with the National Border Patrol Council, which is a union. So I got to do a lot of work with management and labor to make sure that they worked cohesively and got the job done. I grew up in a small town in South Texas, Harlingen, Texas, and my grandfather owned a small business. He owned a sewing machine center where he fixed small sewing machines and large sewing machines, but I would spend summers there to help him pick up the heavy sewing machines when I was in high school. So I got to see how he interacted with his customers and how it was a small business, but it was a very profitable business for him, where he got to put my dad and my aunts through college. My dad became a dentist, and he opened up his practice in Harlingen, Texas. And my mom was his receptionist. So after school, we would go to his office and finish our homework, but we also got to see how they operated that practice and work with their patients there. So I do have a good understanding of how it is to interact with people and how small businesses work. So as my role in the Texas Workforce Commission as Commissioner representing labor, it is to ensure that the workers of Texans have a safe and healthy working environment. Also to make sure that the workers get the skills needed to work for small and large businesses. It is very important that we keep both the workers of Texas and the employers of Texas engaged and strong, because Texas does have the best workforce in the nation. So I appreciate the chance to say hello this morning, and I hope you all have a wonderful summit. Thank you. JJ.
Hand off the baton.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Trevino. Now I'll introduce our next speaker. Larry McManus is the Director of Business and Community Development in the Office of the Governor, Texas Economic Development and Tourism. He is responsible for the management of the office's existing industry and business recruitment activities, small business, international, marketing, research, and community relations initiatives. McManus has 29 years of economic development experience with the state of Texas. Prior to returning to EDT in 2020, McManus served as Senior Director for Rural Economic Development at the Texas Department of Agriculture. He also spent nearly 5 years with Nations Bank, now Bank of America. McManus holds a Bachelor of Business Administration and Finance from the University of Texas at El Paso and is a graduate of the Economic Development Institute at the University of Oklahoma.
Thank you, JJ. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much. My name is Larry McManus. I'm the Director of Business and Community Development, as was mentioned. We are delighted to have you with us participating in this Small Business Summit, where today we will hear from a tremendous lineup of business people who are invested right here in the Woodlands and in the Houston area. I would also like to thank our local partners and sponsors for helping us to bring this programming to you. Please join me in thanking the Woodlands Chamber of Commerce for putting this on. Thank you. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do this. Also, the Texas Workforce Commission, without their money, we wouldn't be able to do this either. So thank you, Commissioner. Appreciate that. And especially to our resource provider partners, many of whom are based in different locations across the state. We thank them for coming as well. And we have resource tables in the back, so when you have the opportunity, please visit our resource partners. Some of them have traveled long distances to be here, and that serves as a reminder to all of us how important this work is to all of us, especially working with small business. So I guess, as a matter of fact, my cue, I just missed my cue, so I apologize for that. That's the list of our resource providers up there. So you can see them listed. And when you do have the opportunity, please visit them. We do recognize that small business is very important. We ourselves have a small business team that I would like to recognize so that you know who has put this event on with our chamber and workforce partners. And our booth is back there, and Jarvis Brewer is our small business advocate. He's holding his hand up there. Along with Jarvis is Brian Roller, who is actually our event manager or working to plan this event. So we thank Brian for putting on this event or helping put on this event. I know that you didn't do it all yourself, Brian. And Jack Harrell, who is one of our small business assistants, specialists. He's here as well. So if you have any small business questions, they're there to provide a point of contact in the governor's office, and they have relationships with all our resource partners. Also, our regional representatives. So we have regional offices here in the state of Texas, and we have one that covers East Texas and the Gulf Coast, Houston, and it's Betty Russo, and she's sitting at the table. Stand up, Betty, and she's back over there. She actually lives amongst you. So if you need the governor's office to attend a meeting or have a point of contact here in the area, Betty is your point of contact. She knows everything we know. That's part of her responsibility. She may not know. She may not go more than an inch deep, but she knows how to get you to the right person. So she's a very good point of contact for you. Just to remind, the Office of the Governor, it's committed to making Texas a place for business to succeed. And our office will continue to assist small businesses, which are the foundation of Texas's strong economy. 3 million small businesses here in the state of Texas. More than 99% of Texas businesses are small. So you're the backbone of this state. So at this time, please turn your attention to the video screens for a few words from Governor Greg Abbott.
Hi, this is Governor Greg Abbott. Welcome to the 2023 Office of the Governor Small Business Summit. Thank you all for taking part in this exciting event that celebrates and encourages small businesses in Texas. There are more than 3 million small businesses in our state, and they employ nearly half of all Texans. Small businesses are the backbone of our state's booming economy, and they offer success for every Texan across our state. We're the top state for jobs created by Hispanic women business owners and Black business owners. Texas is home to the lowest business operating cost, which is why so many entrepreneurs come to our state to find the freedom and opportunity they just cannot get elsewhere. So thank you to all of the small business owners for your investment in Texas. Together, we will ensure that Texas is the best state to live, raise a family, and to grow a business. May God bless you in your efforts, and may God forever bless the great state of Texas.
All right. Thank you very much, Governor. I'm going to turn it over to Brian Roller.
Thank you very much, and thank you all for being here this morning. Before we get into the panel sessions today, let me give you a brief overview of what's going to happen today. We will be starting with our cybersecurity panel at 9 a.m., followed by a discussion of micro-credentials and certifications in workforce development at 9:50. At 10:40 a.m., we'll hear from a panel on access to finance and funding, and close out our panel sessions at 11:30 with a fun and energetic marketing and e-commerce panel. Between each of the sessions, please take advantage and visit with our resource providers here. Again, as a small business, you may not need them now, but it's great to have that connection. And so if you do need them later, you know who to pick up the phone and call for some assistance. Again, one of the reasons I have a passion for this is I tried to start a small business of my own. Did not know about all the resources that the state of Texas, the SBA, the SBDC has. I like to joke that all this gray hair is from trying to start that small business. So please, this is about networking. Make the connections so you know who, you have a contact person to call when you have those questions. After the breakout panel sessions, we'll briefly hear from the U.S. Small Business Administration, their advocate, and then we'll continue the networking resource provider fair over the lunch hour if you want to stick around, again, give you more time to meet with people. The one thing I do want to point out for everybody is we do have free professional headshots over here in the right-hand corner. Please take advantage of that. In this digital age, it's important for small business owners to be able to put out there a positive image, and we know it takes quite a bit of money a lot of times that a small business doesn't have to get a professional headshot. So please take advantage of that. We want to try to do as many things and provide as much help as we can here for the state. Just kind of a point of order, the restrooms are right out here in this hall, so please feel free during the breaks, and if you really need to during the panels, step out there. And then one last thing before we take a break here till 9 o'clock and you can visit with the resource providers is after this event tomorrow morning, you'll be receiving a survey from our office. Please fill it out. We take those surveys seriously. If there information that you would like to see in future panels or webinars, not only do we do these events, but we also do webinars that concern small business, but we want to know how we did, how we can improve. So we look forward to your valuable feedback, and again, just want to welcome you here, and I hope you get a lot of information out. So at this point, we'll just kind of take a break till 9 o'clock, and then we'll get our panel started. Thank you very much.